All right, let's see here. Did it actually start yet?
I think we got it.
Okay, perfect. Yep. Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, July 29th. I am Heather Cox. With me today is...
Hey there, Stephanie Stevens.
And Victoria Dean.
And we are here for Microsoft Office Hours. We are thrilled to have Marc Mroz. Did I say it right?
Good enough.
Okay. Marc is here. He's going to talk to us about Stream. This is a topic that folks have asked us about for a long time. And so I know that you guys are excited to see this. So Marc, we're going to turn it over to you. We'll stay quiet and videos off. And when it's question time, you just let us know and we will be back.
Sounds good. I'll try to get through my slides pretty quick so that we can open up enough time for questions, because I'm assuming that there's going to be lots of questions. So hey everyone, I'm a program manager on Microsoft Stream. And here I'm going to talk to you about Stream and our new vision, what's going on. So basically, if you've known or used Stream at all, it's kind of our tagline is kind of like having that portal for all your videos. And we're pivoting a little bit and changing our vision so that we're really about empowering M365 users to achieve more with fast and intelligent video. That means we're really expanding our role to unlock intelligence on top of videos and leverage SharePoint and OneDrive so that you get all kinds of governance, compliance, permissions, sharing, integration points with the rest of M365. And then that's going to allow us to be able to kind of move forward faster and give you video specific features faster. So if you look at this, Stream, kind of sat here on the side like this, and it was its own separate thing. SharePoint and OneDrive were over here. Videos kind of lived in both places. This is what it was, and we had our own app up here that we would kind of get back to, how to get back to things. And then we tried to integrate with the rest of the apps, but it didn't really work so well. So what we're pivoting to is really where Stream, all your video files, now go directly into OneDrive and SharePoint, where your videos are going to sit alongside your documents, your PowerPoints, your Excel. And then that makes Stream actually be more of a peer of OneDrive, of Excel, of PowerPoint, of Word. And then that allows us to do really deep integration directly with the rest of SharePoint and Office and Yammer and Teams, so that we can do really cool video experiences on top of that more natively than we've ever been able to do in the past. And so like Stream today, as you know, it really is about organizing videos. It's about consuming videos. And it's about creating videos. And that manifests in different ways around organizing videos with a portal, with channels and groups. Consuming video was around direct links and transcripts and search. And then we had some very lightweight ways to create videos. But what is Stream going to be tomorrow? Tomorrow, Stream is going to be those same things, but now it's going to be creating video your way. It's going to be consuming video in context and creating video from everywhere. So we want you to organize video your way. You don't have to be governed by the Stream portal's specific groups and channels. We want you to aggregate and put your videos into SharePoint sites, into the teams, into Yammer communities, into folders, libraries, and you're going to be able to get back to that not just from within Stream, but within Office.com, feeds, your intranet itself. And then to get back to your videos, you're really going to be able to do that from Office.com, stream.office.com. And when you consume videos, it's going to be more natural in context, where everything just kind of works. And then those video creation things that we had tied to Stream Classic, we're going to now make those be possible from everywhere. So let's go over really quickly what video experiences are already available today in M365. So basically, what is this new pivot that we're making? Well, basically it means put your videos in OneDrive and SharePoint, put them in Teams, put them in Yammer, and we're going to make videos great there. So what's already possible today, if you put your videos and upload them to SharePoint instead of uploading them directly into Stream Classic? Well, we already support bitrate playback via CDN, which means the playback support is massively better in SharePoint and OneDrive and Teams than it's ever been before. We've put a ton of time into that. So you have great adaptive bitrate playback already today. the sharing controls are now going to match 100% exactly the same as all the sharing controls for any other Office file. So if you, are used to sharing a PowerPoint or a Word file, now sharing a video is this exact same thing. You can use, organizational sharing links. You can share with specific people, or if your organization enables it, you can have anyone links that allow you to send them out to anyone in the world. You can feature videos on SharePoint Modern Pages via web parts. So if you want to feature a single video, that's going to be the file viewer web part. If you want to have a list of videos on a page or in a channel in Teams and pin that page into your channel in Teams, you can do that with the highlighted content web part. And then you can use custom tagging to kind of organize the videos in your interesting ways. We also already support today video analytics. So if you want to know how often people are actually watching your videos, the things that I'm showing on the slide here already exist. So this is site analytics. So you can see what things in your site, what videos, what other files are actually most accessed. And then for an individual file, you can actually see a trend of views and visitors over time in a little chart. And if you enable a setting in the back end of SharePoint, you can actually see the people that watched your specific video. And because these are files in OneDrive and SharePoint, in Teams, in Yammer, you get basic e-discovery, legal hold, retention policies are all just kind of there already today. And you can actually, do all those basic kind of searches, put things on legal hold, add sensitivity labels. And because we're adopting files in OneDrive and SharePoint, playback already works well in all the mobile apps. If you sent someone a link to a video file from OneDrive or SharePoint, and they did that in Teams or in Yammer, you can click on it and just play it directly inside those mobile apps, no having to launch out to a specific app. And we're also adopting the basic REST APIs from Microsoft Graph. And so these are just regular files like anything else. So you can do all kinds of APIs from Graph already today, including grabbing thumbnails, getting view counts, doing searches, upload, delete, create on those files. And as we add new capabilities like transcripts, as we add custom thumbnails, as we add chapters is a thing we're working on, as we add those things, we're just going to put them directly into the file Graph. Also, videos start showing up in Office.com. So this launched a couple of months ago, where now if you have a bunch of videos in OneDrive and SharePoint, you go to the homepage of Office.com. Videos will just be intermixed in that list of recently accessed or shared with you. So if someone shared a link with you, it's going to show up in that Office.com. As well, just launched a couple of weeks ago is our new Stream Start page. So our new Stream Start page is kind of a replacement for what was the Stream Classic portal, but shows videos in OneDrive and SharePoint. It's not connected to the app launcher today, but if you go to stream.office.com, you can experience this today yourself. And then we do actually have on our help docs some information if you wanted to add a side icon to point to stream.office.com yourself, custom icon through AAD. And so this is the way that you're going to get back to files. This is the way that you can upload new files. This is the way you can see recommended, ones shared with you. All the meeting recordings, as you're moving those meeting recordings to OneDrive and SharePoint, those all show up directly from here as well. And then finally, enterprise search. So because these are just normal files, searching on those files just works already today. You can search today based on the file name, or the title if you happen to add one. And then if you had any extra metadata that you added into the SharePoint document library, it would just show up. And then this is all multi-geo support. All the things that are true about SharePoint are true about your video files. So then the big question is, okay, so if stream.office.com, the Stream Start page is all about getting back to videos that are, surrounded me, ones shared with me or I accessed. How do I handle things where I want a video specific site or I want to feature videos in a larger way on my different places in my organization? Well, you can do that with building a page like this with modern SharePoint web parts. So this page that you see behind me, it took me about 30 minutes to create. I uploaded a bunch of videos to a document library. I just uploaded them to a document library. And I added a custom column called category, and I just tagged them with a couple of different tags. And then I set up one of these highlighted content web parts here to actually point it to say, anytime the category equals flight testing, then show those videos on that section. And so you can see you can build pretty compelling experiences just off of a couple of web parts and putting them on the page. This is kind of what's already available today. In the future, we'll want to be able to have an automatic page for you that just pulls together all your videos across the site, automatically include videos inside of a template so that you can actually have some out-of-the-box ways to do this. But today, it's kind of a build your own. And then again, if you wanted to feature, specific videos, a single video on your intranet or on some sort of page about your class, you can do so as well and just stick that, and that's the file viewer web part there. So this is kind of a whirlwind tour through all of this sort of stuff. This kind of encapsulates what I showed you as what's already available now, and then things that are on the public roadmap we have here, and then things that are kind of up next. We don't have them on the public roadmap yet, but have devs actually working against these things. So I'll stop there. I try to go through quick so that you guys can get a taste of what it is, but I'm really happy to have open conversation, answer any questions, go deeper on what you're thinking or wanting. Looks like there is a question in the chat. Will the Stream mobile app go end of life when Stream Classic goes end of life? If Stream mobile app becomes available, am I correct to assume viewers would need to download the SharePoint app instead? So we are working on a replacement for the Stream mobile app, and so that it will be built on SharePoint as well. We're still kind of working through exactly how that'll look, what it'll do, but we want to make sure that it's differentiated enough from what you can do on web, and so that it will be useful. But right now, we are still planning on bringing that forward and making it work against videos in SharePoint. The second question was, what is the ETA for the migration tool to be able to recreate Stream Classic channels and groups out of the box layout? So migration tool is going to be, we're going to have a preview of it available around the November timeframe. We had originally thought we could do that sooner in the summer here, but migrations are hard, and so we were a little bit too optimistic there. We've moved that date to November. It's going to pick up and lift and shift all of your content over into OneDrive and SharePoint. Anything that was tied to an M365 group in SharePoint Classic is going to move to the SharePoint site for that same M365 group. Anything that was just uploaded and that was just for individual user, but you never put it in a group or channel, that will move to that user's OneDrive. And then if you have a company-wide channel or you have a stream-only group from our legacy solution, Office Video, those will end up having to be made into new SharePoint sites, or you could pick an existing SharePoint site and move this stuff into that. Andy has great feedback. Do you really think we can expect faculty to build pages in SharePoint to replicate what they get today in Classic Stream? You took 30 minutes to build it, but get them trained up to the level isn't realistic. We are also completely fair feedback. That's what's available right this second. There's kind of two things we're working on in that. One is we're working on being able to have just a simple video page that is pre-provisioned that says no matter where you put your video files in that document library, we're just going to pull them out and show you the most recent ones. And we think that that will be a really good replacement for Stream channels because you just drop your videos into the library for that team, and then you could pin that out-of-the-box SharePoint videos page as a tab in Teams. So that's one thing we're working on. The second thing is we want to tie videos into the existing templates that SharePoint has today, where when you make a Teams team or you make it allows you to pick a SharePoint template for that. And we want to have videos weaved through those, and we want EDU specific ones for those as well. So agreed, not the ideal state, that 30 minutes to create that page. Our intention is that we will start leveraging the SharePoint template infrastructure so that there will be easy ways to kind of have that happen out of the box. Question from Deb. The transcription editor captions for accessibility was a huge feature gap in May. Still a feature gap? If so, when will that be available? So the ability to, if you turn on live transcriptions in Teams, like you set the policy that you say that you can have live transcription in Teams, and when you record a meeting, very soon the action of clicking record will also ensure that transcript turns on automatically. And that transcription for that recording will also be available with that video file as the meeting recording in OneDrive and SharePoint. Today, it already shows up as closed captions. We have a roadmap item for, I think, September that says it'll show up as a transcript pane on the side. And that's for the automatic generation of those. And then we also don't have roadmap items yet, but we're eagerly working on it as fast as we can, hopefully for something late this year, early next year, is the ability to automatically generate transcripts for any video that you upload to OneDrive and SharePoint, and for you to be able to add your own closed captions and VTT files for videos uploaded to OneDrive and SharePoint. Playlist would be the best solution for what is called stream channels. Totally agree. We are also working on a playlist feature as well. It's going to be built off of Microsoft Lists. Deb says, will tenants continue to be able to maintain Classic Stream until the accessibility features are available? Meeting recordings are forced switch over on August 16th. So everyone is going to have their meeting recordings moved over. New meeting recordings will be put into OneDrive and SharePoint come August 16th or so as we roll that out. But Classic Stream itself is not going away. We don't have a retirement date for it yet. We will eventually set a retirement date for Classic Stream, but until then, you can use it as much as you want. You can download your meeting recordings, put them into there if you want to. We won't set a retirement date for Classic Stream until one, our migration tooling is out and it does all the things. And even by November, it probably won't do all the things that you want. There's going to be more work we have to do next calendar year. And then second, we have to have a bunch of things built for parity in OneDrive and SharePoint. Once those two things exist, then we'll give everyone a year's notice. And then after that year, then we would retire Classic Stream. Marge asks, am I understanding correctly that in September, when I record a meeting, have transcriptions turned on, it will save the transcription as well? Yes. So if you have the Teams policy set up to say that you want transcription, live transcription is allowed for your user, then when you click record, it's going to automatically turn on transcription as well. So that transcription will be saved. And then that will also be indexed against the video file. So you can search for it later. And then so it can show up as the transcript pane and as closed captions.
Folks are allowed to raise their hand and come off mute as well if you guys have questions.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Heather Cox.
Quiet crowd here.
Oh, there we go.
Won't be able to edit the transcription to November at best. Yes, that's right. Yeah, November/end of the year is when you would be able to do an offline edit. That's not an online edit. So you would be able to like download the transcript, edit it offline, and then re-upload it. So that's our first step. And then sometimes early next year-ish is going to be where you can do an online edit of that transcript in OneDrive and SharePoint. There's a question about we use Camtasia to create how-to videos where the screen is recorded and audio added. Would Stream be a good alternative platform? We definitely have a very lightweight version of a screen recorder today. It's today hooked into Stream Classic. So you go to Stream Classic and you say create video or create recording. I forget exactly what the button is, but it allows you to record your webcam and then record your screen. It doesn't have a lot of edit capability. It doesn't have a lot of like additional post stuff with adding voiceover after the fact. But it is a very simple, lightweight, web-based way to do that. It's hooked into Classic Stream. We're working on how do we hook that into the new Stream start page, stream.office.com, where you could do it from there. And then we're also looking at how you can do that from other ways as well. We do have some of those capabilities already hooked in terms of from the mobile. So like if you went to the new Office app and you said you wanted to record a video, it already has our camera built into there. Yammer already has our camera built into it so that you can actually do a couple of clips recording, add some scribbles on the screen, add some emojis and stuff like that, almost Flipgrid style, but not go into Flipgrid. So those things are, you can see pockets of that showing up. We are going to be investing a lot heavier in edit and creation tools come the new calendar year. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to deep dive on?
Mark,
Back to?
I'm going to ask a question on behalf of the customers, and this is coming from the stream of thought, no pun intended there, of of the transcriptions. I've heard customers ask in the past, like, what is our guidance? You know, if for accessibility reasons they need that transcription, but then from a change management perspective, maybe they do want to go ahead and, you know, move over from Classic Stream to Stream 2.0 before the school year starts, so that, you know, their teachers are ready for that. I guess there's no real pseudo ground. What's kind of, you know, pros and cons of both sides? Like, what does that change management really look like for them to be able to decide, you know, is it maybe not that bad to just wait until September and make that transition? What are your thoughts?
Are you talking about for meeting recordings, or are we talking about for any, you know, video on demand, any video uploaded?
Perhaps both. I guess I could take from the audience what the concerns are, but I'm thinking recording on demand, any place where transcription would be used and where it exists in Classic Stream today, but today does not exist in Stream 2.0.
Yeah, there's no good real answer there. So for meeting recordings, if you want a transcript, you have to turn on the live transcription capability in Teams. Then you will get a transcript. It won't be easily editable, but you'll have a transcript directly for a meeting recording. For video on demand, for a random video that you want to upload for your class or to share, unfortunately, we don't have any capabilities to add any support for closed captions or transcripts today on those. We're working on it as fast as we can. It's going to be more towards the end of this year or early next year when those things are fully available for everyone. And if you need those capabilities, then there is no other option other than to put those videos into Classic Stream.
Got a quick question down here about ADA compliance during the gap.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's not much more to say. Like, transcripts will have, for meeting recordings, will have ability to have closed captions for ADA reasons. Regular videos that you upload to OneDrive and SharePoint will not. And so if you need that, you got to use Classic Stream. So there's going to be use cases where you're kind of doing both worlds, unfortunately, side by side.
Okay, I think the best next thing to do, Mark, is probably share any sort of, you know, leave behind resource or best contact. If people have additional questions, who should they reach out to?
Yeah, there's definitely, I'll have to grab the link. I can't paste it into the chat, but if you go on our help docs, there's a section at the bottom that says, how can you engage with us? And there's a bunch of different things. You could join we have an office hours just for Stream itself. So if you wanted to join that office hours just for Stream, we have that once a month. And we also use, if you sign up through that form, we also use, if you're willing to and you say yes in the form, we'll potentially contact you for interviews, for research. So you could also then give us feedback directly as we have like specific topics. And then we also have a Stream Ideas, aka.ms Stream Ideas, where you can definitely vote on things there. Awesome. Thank you, Steve, for grabbing that link.
That's
Perfect.
great. And if you are willing to potentially share this deck with us and any other resources that you want us to share with the community, we will do that. We will make sure that they have that information. So what I am going to do is stop the recording at this time. Thank you so much, Mark, for joining us. We know that Stream is a hot topic.